Okay, hi everyone and welcome back. Today I will be painting Diana Stanley from Mansions of Madness. Diana Stanley, the reformed cultist. Let's just dive in. Let's see, her skin I believe is gonna be a pretty light Caucasian skin. Knife, the handle probably black and just a metallic knife. The candle will be candle colors. I think I'm gonna keep the, she's probably gonna be pretty dark, so overall pretty dark, so something has to happen. So the candle is gonna be pretty light, and I also believe her hair is gonna be vibrant orange or something like that. As usual, she is primed first in, I'm not sure it's very visible, but first in black and then a lighter gray or a medium gray from mostly the top, and then a dry brush of pure white. And I think I mentioned it in the previous video, when I do skin I like to first coat it, base coat it essentially with just white to make sure that we don't get any unnecessary patches or staining. I'm hoping that the camera is going to be a little bit better this time around. I'm trying to switch to another camera, and I'm hoping that the positioning is going to be better as well. Okay, right now she looks like Phantom of the Opera or something. Let's just hope it's gonna be better in the end. I'm also trying to figure out my lighting situation using the same lights, which are supposed to be some sort of daylight emulating lights, as in the previous video, but I'm hoping this time that I don't know, using them a little bit better, positioning them better. It's tricky business, this. So I'm hoping that I am gonna move the miniature around a little bit less, and I'm hoping that this camera is better at focusing auto-focusing as I move the mini around. There. I think I'm happy with the whitening of the skin. Crusader skin. Just like the last time, I'm focusing on speed painting, and I'm using Army Painter's speed paints. One drop should be enough. And I think she's gonna be fairly light, fairly pale, so I don't mind if it's a little bit diluted. I don't mind diluting with the water either, even though that's a little bit weird since this first generation of Army Painter speed paints are notorious for their reactivation, and especially when applying water. Yeah, but nothing is happening here. She's barely getting any color, so let's skip the dilution and just go for some straight up paint. I'm not sure why, but this doesn't turn out any good at all. I think we're getting somewhere. Yeah, I think this is starting to look alright. She does look a little bit pale, but I'm not sure I can do anything about that right now. Maybe I can go back in a little bit later, if that's the case. Let's go more from the inside out. So I'm gonna paint this inner robe, this dress or whatever it is, gray. Gravelord gray, to be specific. And like I mentioned before, I like to go lighter first. If in doubt, go lighter. It's easier to darken stuff down. I have a couple of new brushes. I was really starting to wear my old stuff out. So these are... what is this? This is Army Painter Hobby Base Coating. They have a... it's like a big enough tip for speed painting. You need precision, but you can go a little bit bigger on the brush sizes if you want to. I think this one needs a pretty thick coat. I'm not gonna go for black, so it's gonna be gray, but it's gonna be a thicker coat. I'm trying not to dilute this one that much. Try to get some underneath as well. So I'm trying to avoid this belt or sash or whatever it is, just because precision is key when it comes to speed painting. I really enjoy that part of it, because I don't have enough patience to do traditional painting, and I have just enough patience to do one coat of speed paints pretty thoroughly. Something like that. For the previous guy I painted, Harvey Walters, I didn't do eyes because his eyes were too tricky to get to, too small. And he looked really good anyway. But for this lady, I think I'm gonna try, even though that looks pretty darn tricky. Anyway, let's go for the Bing robe. I'm hoping it's gonna look pretty nice. I mean, the dry brushing really helps when it comes to the clothes. So let's do. It's definitely a darker robe. Let's go. I don't know, 1 part grim black and 1 part, maybe 2 parts dark wood, something brownish. Oh, I missed painting her left thumb. I really should have painted her shoes by now. They are gonna be a little bit tricky to get to. I could just go in now and paint them all brown like the robes, but that's too easy. I picked this particular model, Diana, for this session. I mean, she's a pretty simple model, only a few areas of interest, so to speak, but that wasn't the main reason. The main reason was that I think she is quite an interesting model. She has a lot of texture, and the dry brushing really does its thing. Yeah, I felt an urge to paint her. And like Brent from Goobertown Hobbies always says, you should never save something for later. If it calls to you, just paint it. And I wholeheartedly agree. I'm not sure why, but I really like this. I think I did something similar in the previous video where I was painting his suit. I kind of mix gray or black into the brown. I suppose it, of course it darkens it, but I guess it kind of mutes the color a little bit. Okay, so not much left, to be honest. Let's do that little sash thingy. No, let's do the hair. I'm just gonna go in full blaze with Fire Giant orange. That's gonna look like probably crap, I suppose. Let's start with one orange and one yellow. So one part Fire Giant orange, one part Zettel yellow. Let's try that first, and then if it's too bright, which it is going to be, then I'll add something. I'll darken it later. I think it needs more of a brown tint or brown foundation in the end, but let's just go light first. Oh shit, this really seeped into the skin area. Oh well, that's I guess one of the downsides of not letting the paint dry. Actually, that's not half bad. That hair is pretty vibrant. Maybe that's good. We'll see. I'm probably gonna add just a little bit of brown in the end, but that's pretty neat. God damn, so much orange leaking onto her skin here. Trying to remove the excess, but it is tricky. Oh well, let's see if I still have some skin color here. the palette that I can just use on her left thumb that I forgot. I should have used new paint. This is almost dried up. Yeah, let's try to remember that for next time. Does not look very good. Okay, let's see. I suppose in here it's supposed to be the robe color. I also missed. I really need to paint those shoes by now. So let's just go for gray. Boring gray. There we go. Shoes done. Okay, let's go in for that sash thing with sand golem. Vibrant brown. Okay, so rookie mistake number, I don't know, 3, 4, 5. The camera ran out of battery. And then I also dropped the camera onto the paint palette. That was fun. Okay, let's try this again. We're gonna have metallic, some black, and some black and some metallic for the blade. This blade is really flat, so I mean it doesn't really matter what you do here. Contrast paint or no, it's just gonna be a flat area anyway. But maybe there's gonna be some sort of edge highlighters and things still visible. Who knows? Yeah, that's that. And now, let's give the face a little bit more time to dry. And let's go for the candle. Let's go pretty yellow on the candle itself. If I remember correctly, I think this one is a little bit too orange, but if I add just a splash of malignant green, it kind of turns into just a pure yellow. Maybe that's gonna be a little bit too yellow though. Maybe I should add also a tiny bit of padded bone. Okay. This might work. Yeah. And I see that I forgot a little bit on her, like the lower part of her palm there. Should also be skin color. What do you know? And then what? Let's make the pore parts, the dripping parts here, more light. Perhaps let's go for... maybe just go for palette bone. Let's just try palette bone for now. See what happens. That does look very weak. It looks pretty boring, I think. I mean, there's definitely a difference in contrast. It looks pretty boring. I'm gonna Google candles. That doesn't give much. I mean, that does look pretty okay. I think I'm just gonna go over the candle again real quick with the same candle color and just use that mix. Yeah, that's gonna be fine for now. Let's just stay there. Okay, so for the actual flame, it needs to be some sort of bright yellow. Let's go for what I mentioned before, a purer yellow with a mix of zealot yellow and malignant green. Just try that at first and then see what we're gonna do about it. I really like to just start with something, get something going, and hopefully even getting something that would work if you want to stop there. I can just paint this yellow and be done with it if I wanted to. But let's see what we can do. Because once we have painted this flame, I would like to think that she is tabletop ready. Almost. Okay, I'm just gonna add a little bit of a darker color on top. The candle color. Just put that. Yeah, no, I think that's good. Yeah, I think that's pretty all right. Maybe just add a little bit of that. And let's take this flame color, just dab it onto the dribble level, and let's wipe it off again because it didn't look that great. There we go. Okay, so we have covered all areas, except for a little part I missed on her left hand again, and I want to add a little bit of color to her skin, so let's go in with Crusader skin again. Just touching up some shadows. Something like that. Some lining. Skin is so freaking tricky. This feels like it's gonna be one of those models where the skin, where you're simply not happy with the skin. I'm not sure. I'm not sure this camera really does any better autofocusing. At least I'm not filming in portrait mode this time. She's starting to look pretty good. I think I'm gonna give the base an initial coat with pure black. That's Vallejo's black. Go for a big brush. So I'm pretty much just... This is going to be a thin coat because I'm going to mess it up anyway while I paint other stuff. But the initial coat is just nice to get it done while I wait for, I don't know, her face to dry, I suppose, because I am going to do eyes this time. So I really don't pay any attention to the saturation of this first coat for the base. I just want to cover it a little. Or I mean, I want to cover it, but it doesn't have to be perfect. Especially now when I'm gonna actually go in and try to paint more of the model again, the eyes. So then I'm just gonna mess up this initial layer anyway, as I, you know, keep my thumb on the model. Yeah, I just did it there. Look, wow. I'm not sure if I'm happy with that skin color. I'm not sure I'm gonna be able to do anything about it either. I would like to add just a little bit to emphasize some of the shadows on her lips there. I think that's pretty good. I could definitely take her to the tabletop now. That would be fine. Eyes notwithstanding, I think this is pretty good. I could play with this. Let's blow on her face a little. Oh my god, these eyes are gonna be tricky. And for the flame, I need to make the flame pop a little bit. Now it just looks like a continuation of the candle. That's not good. Let's try that first. This lamp, this daylight lamp that I mentioned, it has like touch buttons, which are really annoying because oh, the paint has dried up in the nozzle. Perfect. It has buttons, just touch buttons, so I touch them with my shoulder and then they suddenly turn off. Okay, I'm not gonna deal with this right now. I don't want to. I'm gonna try to use some of the just white again. Let's just pour some white here and see if I can use add white to my advantage. Let's just mix it a little bit with the, I believe that was the flame color. And I really don't know my way around, you know, the anatomy of a flame. But let's just brighten it up for first. Oh my god, this is horrible. This camera autofocusing thingy. I'm not even sure I'm gonna be able to use this footage. But let's brighten it up. And rinse the brush and just go in some more of that flame color on top. To try to create some sort of illusion that it's hottest in the center, meaning brightest in the center, and cooler towards the edges. Something like that. Oh shit. I really need to work on this setup. I managed to flip the camera over and kill both of those lights. Yeah, I really need to get a better setup for this. This is ridiculous. Sorry about that. Okay, so for the flame, I think that looks pretty good. It's passable. I'm dreading those eyes. But I have white on my palette now. I'm just gonna switch to a smaller brush. I'm trying to lay down some white. It should be an ivory, but that one has clogged up right now, so I'm not gonna bother with that one. Let's just try to add some white here. I'm not sure if this brush is too big. Yeah, this is not going well. And the autofocusing sucks. It has no idea. Oh my god. What happens if I do... It's probably not gonna matter at all. What happens if I move away the palette to somewhere? I don't know. Over there. Let's just remove it. This is a disaster. Does this make a difference? I don't know. I need a smaller brush. Okay, this is turning out really badly. Because I am sloppy. I'm super sloppy. This is like the worst eye job ever. But let's worry about that later. Let's just put some little bit of black in there, or some just dark color, it doesn't really matter. Let's just put a little bit of pupil. Oh my god, autofocus please. Okay, that actually turned out pretty good. I mean, I need to touch up those edges, but I think I got the pupils right. Let's see if I can get away with just some added skin color. Yes, I think that's about it. So, what do we have here? Yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's paint the base again. Oh my god. I'm not sure what I should do for the autofocus. Maybe I need a dark background. I need to experiment with this. And of course I should experiment with this before actually recording videos, but you know, or publishing videos, I mean. Yeah, I should do that. If we just hold still, will it focus? No. How about now? No. I guess I need to set it at a certain focus and just try to keep the model there. But this is good. She's not great, but she is mission accomplished. Cool. Thank you. Bye.